Yo, I appreciate you sticking by on the video. If you did enjoy that gameplay, make sure you hit the like button, 100 plus likes onto this one, and I'll keep the content flowing throughout the week. Like I always say, if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, because I'm so close to 10k subscribers. Please, man, make my dream come true. Man, trust me, just get it done. It's gonna help me. But I just want to say, guys, man, this build right here really did impress me. I'm not gonna lie and sit here and be like, this is amazing, go get this build now, best build in the dark zone. No, it's none of that. It's just, for me, my preference, it actually did impress me a lot. I'm a type of guy that likes to solo the dark zone and challenge myself, and this build right here really did challenge me, and I'm not gonna lie, it actually was quite effective. 1.8 million armor. The more armor, the more survivability. Listen, let's just get into these guns and these talents and all this jazz that we're using. Primary, Super 90. Why am I using a shotgun? Because the RPM is actually 160, just a little bit more than the M870, which means I can just spam my R2 button on the PS4 trigger and get the players down, man. It's that simple. Attributes for the third one, we have accuracy, man. Please take that off. I would rather have damage to targets out of cover. It's just that the RNG gods have not blessed me. They do not bless me. So, you know, that's what it is. But for the talents on this gun, what am I using? Insync. We all know what this talent does now. The way we proc it, well, the way I proc it with this build, I whip out a shield, I shoot the target. That's extra 30% extra weapon damage onto your build. That simple, man. And with this gun, man, I'm not gonna lie, it's nasty, because I can just keep spamming and players are just aiming at me with their other shield, and I break their shield, and before you know it, they're down. Secondary, what are we using? A FAL, an assault rifle. DA, why are you using an assault rifle? The reason why I'm using this is so that I can, you know, change up my movement, change up where I'm shooting, go down the road, go to the shop, shoot from far, and then beam players. That's just why I'm using an AR. In fact, I do use the AR a lot with this build because of the way I play. And, you know, some of you might say, why don't you make it into AR build? I just wanted to go towards a shotgun a little bit more because I'm that close range kind of guy. However, I like to, you know, go far down the street, make sure I don't die. And this is the gun that's going to help me. So that's my two weapons, and that's why I'm using them. Go towards whatever you want. Use the Capitator, use the Chameleon, Eagle Bearer, Bighorn, even the Backfire. Do what you want, man. But listen, for the pieces, 4-piece True Patriot, Momento, backpack, and a Badger Tough piece. Some of you might not know what True Patriot does, so I'm just going to run through it very briefly. 2 pieces give you 30% ammo capacity, 3 pieces give you 30% magazine size, and for the 4th piece, it's a talent. What does this actually do? So you have the colors red, white, and blue. What do these things do? So, red amplifies the enemy's damage taken by 8%. White, shooting the enemy repairs the attacking agent's armor by 2% once every second. So that's like a small amount of regen. It used to be very nice, but it's not as good anymore. Blue decreases the enemy's damage dealt by 8%. So the enemies that are attacking you, their damage is actually going to be decreased, so you're debuffing them. So that's what them 3 colors do. Now, what happens if the full flag is active? Enemies that die under the effect of all 3 debuffs create a 5-meter explosion, dealing damage equal to their total health and armor. Explosion damage reduced on named enemies' deaths. So basically, if someone is right next to me and I kill them on a full flag, if there's another player next to them and they're squishy, they're out. Simple as that. They'll get exploded and they'll fly to Mars. It's that simple, man. Take that into consideration. This is what True Patriot does. Explosions, man. I love it. But for the actual attributes on this mask, armor on top, crit damage on bottom, and because it's a mask, we have a mod slot. I added crit damage. For the chest piece, Badger Tough, it's a named chest. It comes with 10% shotgun damage, goes towards my Super 90. Attributes, armor on top, crit chance, crit damage, and a mod slot of crit chance. This named chest actually comes with a talent called Perfectly Unbreakable. When your armor is depleted, it repairs 100% of your armor. That is in PvE. For PvP, it actually repairs 55% of your armor. The cooldown is 55 seconds as well. Some of you might be thinking, that cooldown is very long. However, if you're doing what I'm doing, running down the street, shooting from far, popping a med kit, running away, making sure that I don't die, all of that sort of stuff, your unbreakable is going to come back, and you might just feel a little bit more confident to push them other D players that have been running after you. So you can do that sort of gameplay if you want, but of course we all play differently, man. For the holster, true Patriot, armor on top, crit chance on bottom, true Patriot knee, armor, crit damage, true Patriot glove, armor, crit damage. So that's the template of this build, man. Crits, survivability, armor, all of that stuff, man. For the Momento backpack, it actually gives us weapon damage, armor, and skill tier. So it gives us 3 core attributes, which I really do like about this bag. Attributes for the mod slot is actually crit chance. So this talent here, you guys can stop the video, read it through, but basically from this one backpack, the more trophies I pick up, I'm actually going to be getting an extra 5% weapon damage, 10% bonus armor, and 5% skill efficiency. So this all does last pretty well. And what I do is, because it's a, you know, a solo kind of DZ type build, if you're next to a landmark, you can just clear out that landmark, or maybe clear half of it out, or a couple NPCs, pick up your trophies, stack up your damage and your bonus armor, and when someone comes near you, man, you're going to have a lot of damage and survivability to get them out. Remember, you have unbreakable, you have instinct, all of that sort of stuff combined it towards this exotic, which is going to help you, man. That's why I do like to say this is a solo DZ build. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but for my playstyle, this build works for me, man. I came up against some pretty decent players, and it did shine here and there, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, man, this is a Momento backpack. That's what it does, and that's what, you know, I've got for my attributes, my talents, my guns. What about the skills? Pulse, jammer pulse. Why have I put this on? The reason why I put the jamming pulse on is because people just love throwing bleed hives at me, and then they like throwing fly-flies, they like doing all sorts, and that is status effects. Now, the jammer can jam that out, get that out of the way, and you can pull out your shield and your shotgun and start shooting. Now, you might ask, why am I using a shield? Why are you so cheesy? Why are you a noob? Why can't you shoot without your shield? I can. However, people be coming at me with their shield and flicking it out, saying, yo, what's good? And I'm like, oh man, he came with a shield. 2 people with me on a shield. So, you know, it's only right that I take my shield out as well. I'm solo as well, remember that. I'm on my own, okay? I'm on my own. But yeah, that's the build, man. Let's go to the stats. For the shotgun, I'm actually sitting at 42% crit chance. And for the crit damage, I'm sitting at 104%. The reason why these numbers are not as good is because, remember guys, we're sitting on a green gear set build. And when I say that, on the green sets, it only gives you 1 attribute underneath. With a shotgun build, you want to make sure you have some sort of crit chance and some sort of crit damage. Now, because I wanted my crit chance to be around 42%, the highest I could get for the crit damage was 104. So please put that into consideration. Of course, your build might be a bit better, you might have better mods and all that sort of stuff, but that's why I've gone towards these sort of numbers for this gun. Now for the AR, we're actually sitting at 114% crit damage, so, you know, just a little bit more, and that's why I might be hitting a tiny little bit harder sometimes when I'm from range. But remember guys, we have instinct. It's just helping us. It is really helping us a lot. For the pistol, I'm not really using the pistol, but that's the build, man. And I just wanted to say, guys, we're always using the same thing. Intimidate, adrenaline rush. And I know it's the best thing to use in PvP right now, I'm not going to lie to you, but I just really wanted to give myself like an eye-opener, go into the DZ on my own, and see what I can create to just keep myself alive. It's been Division Addiction. Thank you for all the support, man. We're still grinding. I'm trying my hardest to keep up with this daily grind, and I would really appreciate it if you're new, if you could just hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. And if you enjoyed this video, support your boy, man, and get me to 100+ likes so I can keep dropping builds, gameplay, all this sort of stuff. Trust me, I got content for you guys. Thank you, and I'm out, man. Peace.